Hi everyone. So I thought I'd make this video to give you some kind of context of what the Simorgh Resonator actually is in my story, the Rumi Resonance. I've written a novel and it's finished and I'm looking for a literary agent. The name of the device that is central in this story, the Simorgh Resonator, I borrowed the name of the Persian mythological bird, the Simorgh. And those who are a bit familiar with Persian literature and Persian mythology know the Simorgh as the bird that was described in the Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, right? And maybe you've also heard of Attar of Nishapur, the 12th century Persian poet who wrote The Conference of the Birds. Now, if you haven't read it yet, I recommend you to go and read it. So the story is about this group of birds who lack a king, and they are looking for someone, a sovereign, to rule over them. And what they're actually looking for is some kind of guidance in this unifying being that will tell them what to do. So they decide to go and search for this legendary king of birds, the Simorgh, who supposedly lives on the top of Qaf mountain. So this large, brave group of birds decided to fly over these 7 valleys that are very challenging to eventually reach the top of Qaf mountain. And to do so, they had to pass through the valley of love, the valley of unity, the valley of wisdom, the valley of detachment, the valley of annihilation, and a couple of other ones I've forgotten. But the clue is they had to go through a lot in order to reach the top of Qaf mountain. And during this quest, quite a few of them got tired and stopped and returned. Only 30 of this large group of birds decided to continue their journey. Now, once they reached that top of the mountain, they of course expected this legendary king bird to welcome them. And when they entered that space in which they were told the Simorgh lived, they found something quite different, a twist to this plot. They didn't find the king bird. What they did find was a mirror in which their own reflection of these 30 birds appeared and looked back at them. So in Farsi, in Persian, Simorgh actually means 30 birds. So the clue of this story, what it comes down to, is we all have this soul's journey that we hope to find some kind of explanation or meaning, and we search for it outside ourselves. But the essence of this story is that truly finding guidance is by finding oneself. And when these 30 birds look into the mirror, they not only see the reflection of 30 birds, they also see altogether this one giant being, this one Simorgh. And what this part of the story is telling us is that we are all unified in one entity, but also has a mystical truth in it, that we souls are all connected in one all. And that is also the parallel to my novel, the story of Tuba and her quest to find this Simorgh Resonator that will eventually, if she does it right and gets there on time, will connect consciousness of all human beings. So in this unity, what we hope to find is this mass sense of empathy, and by doing that, having some kind of connection and feeling that we could never harm each other or exploit each other, which could, provide us some hope for the future of our planet. So this was my short explanation of the Simorgh and why I used this name to describe the device in my novel. If you're interested in learning more about my novel about the Rumi Resonance, or you're interested in the themes of this book, being Persian mythology, being out-of-body travel, near-death experiences, the electromagnetic grid of the Earth, energy vortices of the planet, our human energy fields, our chakras, and in general the soul's purpose and its journey here on Earth, please do follow, click like and share, and I'll hope to see you in the next video.